All right, YouTube, this is Bianca again. I am here to give a demonstration on how to make this shirt, Dressed by Simplicity. The pattern number is 8546. And I'll be using this material here that I got from SAS here in Arizona. I am also using a black lining for the inside. And I'll be doing bits and pieces of how I'm making this, as I don't have a camera to sit in front of me on my sewing machine. All right, let's get to it. So these are all the pieces that I am using, and I'll be showing you how I sew them together. All right, bye. So this is the back piece that'll be laying up against your back, and this is the flap. So I'll be pinning these two together, and then I'll come back and show you where I will be sewing. So I'll stitch a straight line going across here and across here. So with the 5/8 seam allowance, I'm going to sew all the way down here until the end. And the same thing for the black one. So this didn't call for it, but I added this stitch right here, and I did the same thing for the black piece. And I also forgot to add this pleat right here, so I ended up taking it loose and redoing it. So to do a pleat, you will fold one end like this. Well, better than that, of course, but you will fold one end like this and fold the other end like that, and you will sew just a straight stitch. This is going to be the belt strap. I have two of these, the camouflage on one side, black on the other side. Again, I have two, so I'm going to leave this end open when I stitch it. So I'm going to sew all the way around here and leave this end open so that I can flip it inside out before I attach it to my jacket. Like I said, I will do the second one the same way. So a stitch all the way around and leave this end open. As you can see, this one here has been finished.
Affordable prescription drugs, opportunities to save for the future.
All right, so the two straps for the belt is done.
You regret doing the experiment?
No, I don't regret it. I don't regret it one bit.
Going to be a part of the front. There's going to be a dart here, but I am also going to use a pocket from another pattern to put there. So it'll probably kind of cover up a little bit. So to do the dart, you will just fold these two pieces, press it, and then iron it. I'll come back and show you that. So this is what it looks like after I have pressed the dart. So I will sew across this line all the way to that little dot right there. So this is what the pleat looks like after I have stitched it. And I will do the same thing to the other side. So for the top part of the pocket, I'll be sewing these two together and leaving the top end open. And this is how the pocket looks so far. So the dress part, the long dress part, doesn't call for a belt, but I'm going to add one anyway. So I'm going to stitch it here. And the same thing will be on the other side, and then my pocket will be about right up in here where this notch is. So I have my pocket attached, at least on one side. And what I would do is flip it over the same as this side is pinned, and these two get attached like this. So they get attached, and then I continue to pin the bottom part all the way down as well as the top, and I will stitch all the way down until here, stop here and start back here and stitch all the way down. Okay, so in an earlier video I told you guys that I would sew all the pieces together, the outside pieces. Here's the pocket. I basically did the same thing for the black piece, which is the lining. So now I'm just going to get all of this pinned together, and I'll come back and show you what's that like before I stitch it all together. Okay, so this is going to be my sleeve. I'm going to do a lining as well. This little stitch line you see here, I'm going to stitch a line across there and then cut this open, and I'll use my continuous band piece on the inside. I'll have to show you that later. And these lines or dots as you see here are my dart lines basically. So I will fold them. This line connects to this line, this line connects to this line, and I will stitch it. So it'll kind of end up like this once it's all stitched. It's just pinned together right now, but I'll come back and show you that once it's done. All right, YouTube, so I didn't film me putting this lining in the jacket, but I basically just flipped it right side and stuck it in there like through the outside of the jacket, and I folded this over. I already did the other side, but I folded this over about an inch and then folded that a quarter of an inch, and I'm just gonna sew a straight stitch from the top all the way to the bottom, and then I will cuff that, and I'll come back and show you how it looks. All right. All right, so I skipped a recording. I'm sorry, guys, but I sewed this piece together, and then I took it and sandwiched it together with these two, this piece right here and this piece right here, and I just stitched the whole line going all the way across, and then I took the bottom piece, which is this part, and stitched it across here. Now I'm getting ready to close it up like that. So this is what I mean. I'm gonna try and have patience and slip stitch this all the way across instead of using my machine, because I know it's probably going to catch this part, which I don't want any thread coming across here. So I'm gonna have some patience today and slip stitch this across here, which is basically hand sewing it so you don't see it on the other side. So it didn't call for it, but I just went ahead and stitched the line here around the thing to hold this in place, so when I get ready and put my band on, it won't shift or anything. So I'm just gonna take this, I got a mark right here, and I'm gonna line it up with the edge of this here, and I'm just gonna attach this end all the way around to the other end and stitch a straight line pretty much where this stitch is, and then I'll come back and show you that. All right, YouTube, so the jacket is all finished now. I got it all slip stitched up in there, and I did not put buttons on it because I really liked it the way it looked without the buttons. This is the sleeve. I also slip stitched the sleeve as well. Put the buttons on there. The other sleeve, well, the pocket, and then the other sleeve. And then the back piece. So yeah, I have pictures at the end so you can see it in full size. All right. Thank you for watching.